My underquilt works super well. I was super hot up until like 1 a.m. and then I wouldn't say it got cold, but like it was a little colder, which makes sense because that's the time period when it gets cold. But now we're back on trail. Sun is directly behind me. Trail's been nice so far. I wonder what all the holes in these leaves are from. Probably some kind of bug. I thought they were trekking poles, but they don't smush in the same way. It's not as clean. There's been a lot of these orange markers on the trees. I wonder if it's like in place of the white blazes. Like when it snows, this is easier to see. Because there are, I don't see any over here, but there are white blazes every once in a while. Oh, there's one on the tree right here. And an update on that cat we saw in Mount Washington, because I completely forgot to look into him. Someone commented on that video, said his name was Nimbus. He lives up there, and he's a rescue cat, so that's pretty cool. He keeps the weather researchers company and is a mouser. And according to the one article I saw, it's kind of rare to see him. So that was pretty cool. I was hoping that he belonged up there and he wasn't like a cat someone drove up there and abandoned, because it gets pretty chilly up there. Just a week after we went by, it started getting like winter weather, like snow. Tractor Day to me just went through there and he looked pretty frozen. So I'm really glad we got out of there. And also that Nimbus is supposed to be up there because he's really cute. I haven't run into a single other person today. It's also only been 3 hours. Yesterday, I think around noon, we started running into people. See the little birds playing in the grasses over there. 30 minutes later, we ran into some hikers going north. I don't know where they're stopping, but they hiked the long trail and now they're heading to Hanover. I was hoping we would not run into the mud in Vermont, but apparently the long trail is a giant mud pit. So in 30 or 40 miles, we get to play in the mud for 80 miles. Most of the views in Vermont so far have just been a little peak of some mountains. Maybe once the leaves fall off, it'll be better views. Found the ladder. I guess before the ladder, people would try to climb up over here, because there's not really anywhere else to go. This is the turnoff for the Stony Brook shelter. These are nice signs, even with the graffiti. Stopped at the shelter back there to use the privy, and a guy there who's from New York said they're already getting snow in the mountains there. So that's great. I love being cold in the snow. Only 690 miles left. Ski area up there, past the power line. starting to sprinkle a little bit. We're about 3.3 miles from a campground. Probably try to stay at. Got a couple rocks here. It's been a couple places where it's been rocky for like 10 feet, but nowhere near as bad as the whites. I think we've been in the Green Mountains, but there's a sign now. Grossest looking water. No fish. I thought this was a rock that was hopping around. It's a toad. A giant one. I like the trees growing on top of this rock. Plenty of water crossings in Vermont too. That's Kent Pond down there. Might get a little bit of better view of it. There's the pond. There's a lodge back there. Nice little pond. We've got these nice slippery boards to walk on. Thought this guy was a slug and I was about to flick him off. I'll let him vibe here though, since he's not a slug.